Johnson Field dominated. They bring the mold. Coach Cooper says they bring a lot.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Coach's Corner, guys. Listen, we had a little technical difficulties earlier, but we back. We back. I got Coach Prime here. I got my guy Prime Time here. What's going on, Prime? How you doing today, man? Yes, sir. I think Prime, your mic might be out.
No, I'm good to go, man. I'm ready to rock and roll, man. I'm excited to be on the show, Coach J Show. Man, we got a lot of raw thoughts. I got raw thoughts.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, look, we got a lot to cover today, man. But first, before we start, let's go ahead and get one of our sponsors right now. This show is sponsored by Rodriguez Andrews Insurance, serving you your needs, home, auto, life, and commercial, and also sponsored by Echelon Bell. Let's just hear a little something, Echelon Bell.
How about them Cowboys? Yeehaw!
What happened to the Cowboys? But hey, listen, man, we got a lot to cover today. Welcome to the Coach's Corner with Coach Jay, and we got Prime on the show as well, man. Listen, today's show is gonna be filled. We got some basketball to start with, and we got the big boy band for Draymond Green, man. Prime, how do you feel about this band? Do you think it's valid, or is he a dirty player, or what do you think about this guy, man?
So for me, man, I don't know, man. I think about Dennis Rodman back in the day when they allowed it, and then nothing was never said. People don't never talk about like Dennis Rodman doing the things he done. Every player needs a person like Draymond Green. I know people probably say, don't think about the anger. Don't think about the madness of what he has. But I feel like he has it. I mean, he's done a lot on that end. Think about it. Without Draymond Green, could Golden State win all the championship. But I place a person who can defend as well as him, who can rebound as well as him, who actually in their system who had the basketball and got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in space to, make their moves and better have it. Like, you're not asking him to shoot a lot of shots. He can actually dribble the ball. He can shoot if he needs to. He's a guy who's just a different leader from other ends. But I mean, I hate the situation happened. We all know. I think Golden State known. When you got Steve Kerr, who played with the Bulls back in the day, who knew how Dennis Rodman was. Now you're coaching a guy who you may think or assume that it's the same way. I think, Draymond skill-wise better than Dennis. He just said he played Steph. He won 4 championships with Steph and Klay. Jordan won 6. But Dennis Rodman wasn't there for all 6. But I just feel like some stuff did look kind of iffy. But for the Golden State Warriors, they're like, we won with this. Like, how are we going to change up and get rid of a guy
He was greedy.
who was doing the dirty work? I hope everything is well. I hope not injury, excuse me, anger management, whatever they're trying to say about him, it goes well. Wishing them but the best. But I can assure you this, and I'm saying right here on Coach J Show, you let him mess around and get relief from Golden State, he will be with the LA Lakers Because one thing about LeBron, he with Clutch Sports.
Ooh,
LeBron James knows him well. I would not be surprised if the LA Lakers signed Draymond Green the very minute he is done in Golden State.
We need him.
My raw thoughts.
We need all the help we can get. We need Curry's brother. And actually, do you know that Curry's brother has a better shooting percentage than Steph Curry? Like, which is ridiculous to think about. He doesn't take as many shot threes as Steph does, but it's interesting to see their 3-point percentages in comparison. But listen, here's my thing about Draymond. All right, so there's quite a few incidents. I have 11 different incidents, all right, in which, you know, he's been a little questionable, playing dirty. I mean, look, think about this. All right, he kicked Steven Adams multiple times, 2016. Kicked Kyrie Irving, 16. James Harden, he was kicked in 2016. He loves to kick. Growing shot to LeBron in 16. Another shot to James Harden throat in 18. You know, of course, he had a coming foul. It was called a coming foul. They thought it was a little more than that. I believe it was game 1 of the NBA Finals versus LeBron. Had a scuffle with Anthony Davis in 18. Scuffle with Grant Williams in 2022. You know, he was pulling that Jaylen Brown in 2022. He attempted to kick Herb Jones this year in 2023. And then we've got a stump on Sabonis in 2023. I guess they said enough is enough. Man, I think it's worn. They're really trying to get him to clean up his play. I mean, at some point, this could be a situation where somebody can seriously get hurt. But I like gritty players like Green. You know, I want to play against him, but you know, just he needs to game up, man. He reminds me of Rodman, but I think he's a little. He might be seriously. Think he might be a little more dirtier than Rodman. You know, but we ain't seen we've seen the tape from Rodman, but Rodman was a bad man back in the day, man. But what else? You got anything else you want to chop up on this subject here? Draymond Green. You see him leaving?
Raw thoughts, man. Look, Draymond Green had won 4 NBA titles. Raw thoughts, he won 4 NBA titles.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably gonna be somewhere in one of the greats at his role playing role.
Yeah.
And I don't
Definitely
think, you know, if he get big ban or not, I don't think he's gonna get a big ban. I don't think he's gonna be suspended for the rest of the season. I just think that at the end of the day, if Golden State don't want him no more, and I look at it, the Golden State Warriors dynasty, they're getting older and older. So his role play may be valuable elsewhere with a team that made his duty. Not necessarily going to be an aggressor, going to hit folks. Things like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I think his play is needed elsewhere because I don't know how long Golden State Warriors dynasty gonna last. Steph Curry ankles are just as fragile as mine, but he's amazing. But it's just as fragile as mine. So I mean, you don't know how that is. People already complaining about Klay Thompson being not the Klay Thompson of old. So Golden State had a great run. They did well. Draymond Green could go elsewhere and still win a championship with his role play, playing good defense, being aggressive, being solid, bringing his dog.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess in this league, you can't overdo your dog. So I don't need. Draymond will go elsewhere and not overdo his dog and still be a valuable player for another team. So I'm not going to say they're going to ban him for the rest of the season. They're probably just going to give him a lesson, teach him what to do, teach him what not to do. You know, I seen Dennis Rodman kick cameraman. I seen him do a lot of people. I seen him do dick stuff. But Draymond on that Detroit Pistons, because he's from the area of Detroit Pistons basketball in the 80s. That's what they did. So, but this league, I guess, don't accept that. I'm not saying that every person deserves. Like, listen to the guy the other day when he got punched. something is wrong with this man. I don't know if something is. I'm not saying that Draymond is a dirty player. I don't want to come out and say that. People say that, yeah. The camera probably say, yeah. I just think,
Borderline
like,
there.
Draymond in his mind, like, he gets triggered. He may get hit the wrong way, and it comes off like that. But for me, Draymond still gonna play in the NBA. He's gonna be in the NBA. He's gonna play with a good team. I guess with the rules of the NBA, you gotta hone in on that. And people might take these words wrong and say, like, he's dirty, he's this, he's that. I just think Draymond, everybody has their own lens. Maybe Draymond felt like he got hit. Maybe Draymond felt like this. He may think I'm on drugs. That's what he is. That's what he feels. But at the end of the day, he has 4 championships. He has more championships than some of the best scorers in the league ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, this game is very valuable to what the Golden State Warriors need.
Is that enough, though?
Because Steph Curry can't guard nobody. Klay
Yeah,
Thompson
true.
I'm going to tell you now, sneakily, like, underrated. Steph Curry, not Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson can guard multiple. What is it? Klay Thompson can guard multiple. He can play both sides of the basketball. It's just everybody's talking about what he's been going on with his shot selection. But Draymond, anything as a coach, you have roles for each player. Some of the scorers, some of the rebounders, some of the defenders, some of the guys who can handle the ball, facilitate. You have your role. His role was naturally made for the Golden State Warriors because they don't got nobody else that can do what he can do. Ain't no Steph Curry ain't get no rebounds. Klay Thompson ain't get no rebounds. They
sure ain't
nobody.
defending.
Right.
Sure ain't.
Like, you need him. And trust me, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry know that. They are not questioning that. They are grateful for Draymond, although this situation happening. At the end of the day, raw thoughts, my final thought on this. They won't win a championship this year. It happens. Some teams go win a championship. Some teams in that year don't get there. Philadelphia Eagles in football got the Super Bowl last year. They might not get that this year. I'm just saying, like, it happens like that. It doesn't mean the era is over, but this year, at the moment, it is what it is. The dice was rolled. The cards are played like they were. You got your hand what you got. You got the hand you dealt. It's over. I'm not saying it's over, but the hand dealt basically left them to where they're at. So Draymond might take the suspension. I don't think Golden State was going to win the championship anyway. By the way, the LA Clippers are playing amazing basketball since they got James Harden, because at first it was a chemistry thing. Now they're playing good basketball. Lakers just won the in-season tournament, even though they lost a few games. Because, like, I think they look at, like, we don't care about the rest of these games. We're going to still win these games, but we're not going to make it into, like, we have to have these games now. So it shows you meaningful, and you still got Denver Nuggets, man. So Golden State at the moment, without Draymond Green, and if you're depending on Steph Curry to be the 5th player of the year, you kick rocks on that one. Raw thoughts. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, hey, dead on, man. Like, seriously, Draymond is not going to be a scorer. You think about looking at shooting percentage, well, shooting points per game, right? He's averaging 8.7 for his career, which this year he's at 9.7. I mean, he's up there, but yeah, he's not going to be an offensive guy for no matter where he goes at, you know. But I like to see him stay with this team here. I would love to have him on the Lakers, but I think we got enough big man down low. I think losing Draymond on this team right here, they're going to lose their chippiness, their edge. They got to keep him. They need him. They got to do whatever they can to, you know, just get beyond this point right here and move on. But there's another great hot topic out there, man. Deion Sanders in Buffalo rebuilding the offensive line. Last year, everybody's talking about the offensive line and how, you know, the offensive line was the issue with the team. They even fired their offensive coordinator, which was interesting. You think you had Sanders, who had the most passing yardage in the league. On top of that, quarterback playing well. They didn't have a run game, and they demoted the offensive coordinator. Like, but listen, that's not the topic here. The topic is about this O-line. What do you think about this O-line? What do you think about that OC? You think what he got here, and you guys on the team right now? What do you think about this extra group?
So for me, man, I look at the focus. Like a lot of guys left, coaches left. Excuse me, not a lot of guys. Few guys got demoted. But man, you know, the trenches matter. Like if you can block for these players, he had a lot of good skill players. But if you got a good offensive line that you have now, the gas, those skill players are going to thrive in this offense. A lot of people try to make it seem like Deion didn't do this, Deion didn't do that. He got the beef. Warren Sapp is coming on the coach staff next year to be on the defensive end. Like this squad, these recruiters, the portal, like the worst thing you could have done for the NCAA is make the portal for Prime.
Yeah.
Prime is going to always get all those guys. Regardless they win or lose.
All of it. Let's go.
All those guys going to go to Buffalo. I mean, not Buffalo. Colorado Buffaloes. Because they know when they get, they already experienced as players. Like, you just woke up a beast with this one. Because Prime can easily sell Colorado for football to these guys.
Buffet.
Prime, like
a buffet.
The aura that he has in the press conferences to talking. Like, you don't have nothing else to write. Like, man, let me tell you, Colorado's coming wherever they going at, wherever division conference they're going to, they definitely coming because now, you know, he probably have a few high school players wherever he go, but now with the situation of Colorado, I just feel like, man, this is like the best thing that happened. They got an offensive line now. It may be a done deal.
Look, I love it, man. It's a lot of huge pickups here. You know, you think about some of these guys transfers from other teams, so you getting guys that you already know can ball. You know, hey, it's a done deal saying can they ball? They can ball. They're coming in here. This is an upgrade, and considering how great they were last year, you know, with the addition of these 6 guys, that you know that season they had this past year, I think they may double that. I can see them winning. They're going to be bowl eligible this year. They didn't have the run game last year. They're going to be bowl eligible. This offensive line right here, this is going to change the game for those guys. But also now they still need to continue to recruit the offensive line because they got to have guys behind guys just in case guys get hurt. So, but I like what they're doing, man, and because of this, Prime's been called the Portal King. Thoughts on that, man? Do you think that's warrant the name like that, or do you think it's overstated?
I mean, Portal King is Portal King. Like every college is going to the portal before they go to high school now. Like that's what it is now. They're trying to get experienced college players who already know the game and trying to see what they can get out of that before they have to go get the high school player now. Now you may have some natural high school athletes. If you're a 5-star guy, then you may go after that and maybe not go to the portal because you have those kids coming in. But when you have a option of going to the portal, in which not Deion didn't say this. I'm gonna say that Deion did say this. I seen most of the coaches say this. The portal has destroyed a lot. So now you got this crumb of players from high school who have to be automatically 5-star.
Yeah, you got to be a stud.
Compared to the portal, when you got options of experienced players, you got film and you got real facts on and real footage on. So
against meaningful talent.
Right. So the portal, Ralph thoughts, what you expect? Deion Sanders going into your office. Ralph thoughts, it ain't about championships or rings. Deion Sanders coming to you from the portal. Sit down with you, had dinner with you. Compared to, and Ralph thoughts, no offense, to other coaches that have won multiple titles in the NCAA. Deion Sanders can feel like at home when he's in your room. The other coaches say, I got rings. But honestly, do you think these players care so much about rings and championships? Or they care about what program can get them to the next level to make millions of dollars? Let's say the NIL doesn't make them a lot of money at the school. But if they got NFL top 10 talent, Deion can get them there. Not saying those other coaches can't get you to the NFL, but the NIL with them may not be so much. Like Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams with Lincoln Riley. If Lincoln Riley comes sits at my house, I'm not gonna be sold on Lincoln Riley compared to Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley is in a great situation. He's in California, Hollywood, where you got so many NIL deals to where it sells for yourself. Lincoln Riley not selling those deals. The market is selling those deals. But you asking Deion to come in from Colorado, not nowhere near Hollywood, to recruit your player. Them guys gonna easily go to Deion. Like it comes down to marketing. Unless you got a guy from the NIL that's getting a lot of money, that's one thing. But they're like mediocre guys who never get NIL money. You got Deion coming there. You got Lincoln Riley. Unless Lincoln Riley guarantee you a spot in the Denzel Washington movie.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
I mean, that's different.
Hey, Prime Mike can do it.
Prime can do whatever. Prime gonna promise you may get a lot of NIL money, but I guarantee you, I'm gonna get you a top 20 pick in the NFL draft. And by the fact that Deion has a proven track record, NFL analyst, NFL Hall of Famer, NFL clientele, and people who confide into him. So it hits different, man. Like he might be the Porter King. They get mad all they want because they know Deion can. A lot of coaches get mad because he can sell the pitch because of who he is without doing a lot of talking. A lot of coaches have to sell the pitch from what they preaching. Deion is a 7 prime time, baby. Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer. I didn't coach a lot of high school football. High school football don't matter at the moment. But I'm here at Jack State, turning them around. Now I'm in Colorado. Everybody knows prime time.
Yeah,
Not
everybody.
It hits different. Like even just saying that I'm prime time. That's blah blah blah.
Where you want me to sign that?
But I'm prime time.
Where you want me to sign that? Hey, Coach, where you want me to sign that? Listen, oh man, Prime. Like, hey, just his name, just coming through the door. Prime coming, he can fly in through there. Like, man, yes, he's definitely the Portal King, man. Listen, you're a head coach. And you can get these guys to come down to Colorado where it's like the frozen tundra. Like, have you seen photos down there in Colorado, how the winter gets down there? Snow on snow on snow. I mean, it's just amazing. He can still get top recruit after top recruit, man. It doesn't get no better than that, man. Prime. Hey, listen, Portal King to me, man. Alabama, Nick Saban, you got all the championships, and he's stealing players from Saban, so. Hey, kudos.
But the crazy part is though, like with that situation you said, it's crazy. They both in the same insurance commercial.
Yeah. Both. Hey, but look,
like they both in that same commercial. They trying to sell both of them.
Yep.
Like that in itself speaks for itself.
And I believe he was a part of that before he came to Colorado. I think he was still at Jackson State, and they were doing it then, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
So you had an HBCU head coach.
But now he a PWI
yes.
now.
Yes, big dog status, man. I mean, like you just think about that, like HBCU head coach. How many HBCU head coaches do you see in the Aflac commercial?
The brand itself. So I'm gonna go to another level here, right here on Coach J show. Like levels matter because like Prime is Prime. Like his brand matters. Sometimes it ain't necessarily if you're HBCU or PWI. It's all about your brand. Your brand matters. Who you are matters. Yep. And when he's done, like you got guys like Eddie George is coaching in HBCUs. Hugh Jackson is not a big brand, but he's still a coach that plays fail. Like those levels matter, man. Like people don't understand how much those levels matter. Like you have to know that who you are. And no matter what room Prime walk in, because the brand he's created, it's gonna be what it is. It can be high school football. If they had a chance, if high school players had a chance to go anywhere they want to go in the country, I don't care if he was in California. They got a chance to get. If a North Carolina kid got a chance to get to California, they're gonna find their way there. As long as he get them there, and if it's legit, yeah, he's gonna do it. But I know it's gonna be legit. But that's all I got for that.
Oh, hey, look, 100. They gonna go with Prime. I'm telling you, they gonna. Only way they don't is they get more NIL money. They be like, listen, I got you 20 million over here. That's the only way they going for the money. But listen, hot topic. The GOAT is on his way out. Bill Belichick. Where you think he land next year? You think he stays in the AFC, NFC? Where do you think he goes?
In a relationship, it's about life, man. Like, you know, you got to be compatible to your wife. You got to be compatible to what your situation is if you're in a relationship. And the owner and the quarterback has to compliment him. Bill Belichick, even from back in the 90s, listen to my dad, he's always been a defensive-minded guy. He's never been offensive-minded, but he's trying to put people in place to handle the offense or a dog at quarterback. When I say dog quarterback, I ain't saying nobody. It's hard to say dog with Tom Brady, but Tom Brady knows how to get it done. He's always had those situations. His thing was defensive minded. But let me tell you something. Bill Belichick probably happy to get up out of there. He's gonna do it the correct way because Bill Belichick press conferences doesn't expose anyone and anybody because out of respect to people. But he already got his mind set on like either I'm gonna ride in the sunset and chill. But if he gets to the LA Chargers, you're gonna see him in a different level because he has a quarterback. He can probably bring in any offense coordinator ran offense, and he has a healthy. The LA Chargers are better than what they are. And our cousins, by the way, I'll say it right now. Raw thought on your show, Coach Jay. Donald Frank came from Tarboro, North Carolina, where we from. Donald Frank told me when he was at the Cleveland Browns and things like that, he said by far the way Bill Belichick dissects defense is by far better than anyone ever. But you have to have guys who can implement and understand the defensive schemes and schematics. He's a genius. He said he don't talk a lot. He said, man, when he break down stuff, he can break down how you cover a person one-on-one. How a person, anybody he scouts and looks at, he can look up and tell what their weakness strength is. He'll break down to each individual player how you handle this situation. He don't just say overall team stuff. He can talk about like one-on-one, this person, D tackles, linebackers, blah, 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 whatever. If he has the right team, he said he can how they say it? Scale up or dial up whatever he needs to dial up. Like that's his beauty. He's good at the press. He understands leadership. He may not be the offense, but he can bring a person that is there. As long as he has the elite quarterback to handle it. The Patriots never had an elite quarterback. Matt Jones just wasn't it. They didn't have an offensive guy. Josh McDaniels was a guy that made fit perfect for Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels got away with the Raiders. He doesn't have that. But now, if you keep, let's say if you keep Kellen Moore, or you keep, I tell you, man, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it back. Let's say if you take a good offensive coordinator, bring him to the LA Chargers with Belichick leadership, with Belichick defensively getting guys stops. The Patriots with him as GM, he saved a lot of money. It's like he's supposed to do, you know, as a GM to save the owner money. At the end of the day, if he has a chance not to be GM and get what he wants, you will see the LA Chargers in a different situation. Because I'm gonna tell you now, raw thoughts. He will get that job if he wants it. Nobody else matters.
Oh, guaranteed.
Right? And if he wants the job, let's say, because I don't know if he wants to take a break from the NFL or not, but if he wants to work in a good area, Sunday is perfect. Bill Belichick could possibly be in the Super Bowl again next year with the LA Chargers. And that's raw thoughts because they got the pieces, they got a lot of stuff together. Defensively, they get Joey Bosa back healthy. and a few of the players back healthy, they can make a strong run because Lil Mack is not getting younger. Joey Bosa is not getting younger. Derwin James not getting younger. And the kid they traded back to New England could possibly be traded back to the Chargers with him. Could possibly be a consultant. I think he likes Jackson a lot too. So with the AFC West situation with Patrick Mahomes throwing to my son, because apparently his own is the best receiver on that team at the moment. I feel like Bill has a shot. He has a shot to get it. Rejuvenation. I don't see Jim Harbaugh, because people talk about Jim Harbaugh. I don't see him going there because you're gonna make Justin Herbert into a short pass. You can't do that. That's all I got. Raw thoughts.
Listen, I was leaning another way, but I like him on the Chargers, right? I like that option there. I was thinking more, maybe Carolina Panthers, but that's a situation where he's gonna have to build up. He's gonna have to build up a lot there in Carolina. Maybe you can see him at the Falcons. I mean, it's hot seat. That head coach is on a hot seat. Got a new young quarterback down there. There's a lot of different places. Listen, when Bill comes available, everybody in NFL job is on the table right now. And maybe Andy Reid, the head coach down in the Eagles, maybe not there, but those other places, maybe even Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't know. I mean, does Mike Tomlin have immunity like that?
Pittsburgh could be good, but they need some offense. They need an coordinator.
They ain't got no quarterback, so Belichick might not even want to go in that situation. I don't think they have a strong enough quarterback for him like that. Just think about this: when the Patriots were good, right? It was during the years that Josh McDaniels was the OC there. When Josh McDaniels was there with the Patriots, they went 154-55 under him as the OC. All right. Before then, they had Charlie Wise. It was 53-27. Bill O'Brien wasn't that great. It was 16, and he was 16-14 as an OC. But that's just amazing to see. Charlie Wise and Josh McDaniels, bulk of wins, of course, majority of that time they had Tom Brady. But I mean, you can't beat that. He had the best quarterback in the league like that. But I would like to see him with a great quarterback, man. He's a great coach. I'm tired of seeing him with those quarterbacks from the Patriots. This would be a great situation for him to leave there. It'd be great for his name. They haven't done a great job. Well, he hasn't because he's the GM drafting quarterbacks. But I like to see him out of there, man. See him somewhere else, man. But man, NFL is going to be in Brazil. This is big, man. NFL in Brazil. This is huge. A lot of Latin American countries down there. I'm sure they do watch American sports. And of course, our European counterparts, they have the game in Frankfurt. It's just amazing to see that we're going to have a game in Brazil. What do you think? Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing for the league? Do they make more money? Or I know it's a new market. Normally new markets mean more money, more revenue, more eyes. What do you think?
Brazil is such a soccer.
I would say.
Brazil is such a soccer league and a soccer area. But look, the NFL is a business. The NFL is a business. I repeat, the NFL is a business. I repeat, the NFL is a business, and they're going to do whatever it takes to get the NFL around the world. And I think this is what it's about, bringing revenue, bringing more eyes outside of just a Super Bowl, but bringing more eyes to it. I think it's a great idea. It's just their football is soccer. Our football is football. And I think it helps bringing more eyes to it outside the Super Bowl. Because everybody watches the Super Bowl, but we want people to. I think that the NFL wants people to watch it more than just Super Bowl. Raw thoughts.
Look, Brazil population as of 2021, 214 million people. United States in 2021 we had 331. So imagine that if we can get just a small percentage of that Brazilian population on NFL hard. That's a huge market we can tap in right now. And then we can get possibly other Latin American countries nearby. So I think this is awesome for the NFL. They're gonna make a lot of money. They're gonna that game is gonna be sold out. I guarantee it's gonna be completely sold out. Funny topic here, man. As we can see from this photo, we've got an old home here, brand new Lamborghini in the driveway. There's an NFL team out here that this situation right here reminds you of. I think personally for me, the team that this reminds me of is the Carolina Panthers. You got Bryce Young. And Bryce is that Lamborghini right there. And the remainder of the team is that dilapidated old home with the grass growing and the trees, shrubbish going. You know, I'm a Carolina fan. I'm a Carolina fan, man, and we need more. We need another Lamborghini beside this one, you know. But this reminds me of the Carolina Panthers. We got a primary star, which we can say Bryce is a star. I mean, like, he ain't been as hot as he, you know, he's the number one overall pick, but he hasn't been as hot, you know, as we thought he was going to be coming out of Alabama. But well, I mean, he was our first draft pick, but this just reminds me so much of the Carolina Panthers. Brian, who's your team you think this reminds you of?
This reminds me of the Jets. Raw thoughts. The Jets have an overall Lamborghini team, but not the quarterback, because at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. So I look at the defense. If you put a good quarterback in that Lamborghini spot, or the Lamborghini, it's a lot of talent around the Jets. It's a lot of talent around the Jets, but the quarterback hasn't produced points. I seen Wilson talk to Aaron Rodgers on the sideline and say he was giving all these hand gestures. And I'm like, man, the Jets about to get Robert Salah fired because of not having the piece around the Lamborghinis. Now, the Jets could be an easily top 5 defense with weapons on offense with no quarterback. And this man about to get fired because his quarterback got hurt. That has nothing to do with
he can't do nothing with that.
Raw thoughts.
And it's the reason why they picked up a quarterback, right? Because they didn't believe in their quarterback they already had. So I hope to see him there longer. And I'm glad that, listen, I'm glad to see Aaron Rodgers about to make his return. I don't think the date has been set. They're tentative, and I saw he came on a show giving his updated injury response, and I'm excited to see him back, man. You know, listen, they need him. They need him bad. But just think about this. How sharp is he going to be missing all of these weeks? Can you just come back in and step back in and say, I'm here? What's going to happen there? Is he going to treat it like it's the off season? I mean, it's going to be tough, man. Like, I hope he comes back and be that guy he was before he was injured. But I feel like there's going to be some growing pains, you know, coming back, and we'll see. Will remain to be seen, man. But here's a great story here from Michigan football, man. Historic. They're making history right now. After they made history about the camera situation, doing some other stuff. Here's a great story out of Michigan. Look, guys. Look. First time in program history after being caught with Connor. These guys end up, this is amazing right here. First time in program history, 3 different players earned unanimous All-American honors in 3 straight years. This is big time. You think about this from Alabama, right? This is type of stuff you think Alabama. Now we got Michigan Man, this is huge. If I'm a recruit, I'm like, listen, let's go to Michigan. I'm gonna become an All-American. What's your take on this, Prime?
Yeah. Jim Harbaugh, for one, coached San Francisco 49ers and took them to 3 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl. Like, he's a good coach, no doubt about that. And I know that for a fact. Him and Trenton Balke at the time in San Francisco just didn't get along. But, I think he's a guy who's a really good coach. He produced great players. He's had a lot of talented guys under him. Even when he was at Stanford with Christian McCaffrey and all those guys. Like, he's been that guy. I just think that, Jim Harbaugh is good at what he does. He's good at providing leadership, bringing the best out of players, which means Michigan, enjoy your time because he might not be there next year because some NFL team is calling for him. Raw thoughts.
Patriots. Definitely the Patriots. Hey, listen. Hey, it goes right down the alley. Look, you remember the was it Spygate that Patriots had?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they cool with that. Deflategate, they cool with that. Hey, come on, bring Connor too. Shoot.
Oh my God.
Hey, they're gonna do great scouting. They be great fit. I think so. But look, NFL playoffs is here. And look at the big dog at the top of the list. The only one that with 100% the 49ers. Ooh. They might be favored to win the Super Bowl this year. They might be favored to get to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, we see that the Ravens and the Chiefs are up there, but both of those teams have their deficiencies. The Chiefs, I mean, we trying to figure out who the receivers are. Hopefully they pick up somebody before now and then you Ravens, I mean, likely is the guy that picked up and became a great tight end there now. Hopefully they can still get production out of him as the season continues. But who's a surprising team that you see that has an opportunity to still make it in the playoffs? What do you think about this nice little group of teams here?
For me right now, even though they lost this week, I think the Broncos will be a steal. I'm going to tell you now, if the Broncos get into the playoffs, regardless of what happened last week, you better look out. I mean,
hey, for real.
You don't know what's going to happen, regardless of Sean Payton and Russell Wilson's relationship. Like, yeah, I think the Broncos are a team that you don't want to deal with in the playoffs because they're like a dangerous team. They're not a blowout. You don't know what you're going to do. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, you don't know what you're getting from those guys, man. You got Russell that can just cook it sometimes. Their defense is amazing, man. Like, they can match up with anybody, and I'm excited to see these guys. I feel like Jared Jeudy is I got him on my fantasy team, but I'm a little iffy about this guy. If he can step up, if he can give just a little more, I don't really start on him. I keep my bench, but if he can give a little more, I think that can propel that offense even more. A stud like that. But let me take a look at something. I want to see Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy so far this season. 45 catches, 581 yards. You can't get much done with that. All those games that went by, 1 touchdown so far, the long of 46. He's averaging 12.9 yards a game. And this is supposed to be their stud star right here, but man. But I'm heavily leaning on, you went Broncos on this one. I'm looking at Saints, Falcons down here. Um, one of these teams, I feel like they're going to potentially make their run. I like the Saints at one point because of their quarterback. I like the Falcons because of their young quarterback and their ability to throw the ball vertically down the field. However, they've been having a lot of bad losses. But just interesting to see that the Giants are still in it. Possibly, you think of that 0.5 and the Steelers at 9% is still in it. I thought they were out of it, but you see the Falcons, Saints, Rams. Rams a pretty decent team, I think so. But yeah, and it's very interesting. You got the Buccaneers, the Falcons, the Saints, all still in it. I think they might cannibalize themselves, when they, of course, a bunch of head-to-heads. But we'll remain to see. We got a couple more weeks going, and we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out, man. But guys, listen, this is it. This is all we got for today, man. Just going, you got anything that you want to talk about today? It's our one word segment, man. You can go with anything, whatever you got on your mind, sports wise.
Execute. The Eagles had won some really tough games, but came behind and they went through that gauntlet and they showed that they're not the same team. They beat Kansas City. Kansas City didn't have guys who catch the football. Buffalo, Josh Allen didn't execute, but they executed. They played against 49ers. 49ers executed. Dallas Cowboys, they executed. And out of nowhere, who would have ever thought they would lose to the Seattle Seahawks? And they did not execute. So those are 3 straight games. And I remember a while back, the guys would say, y'all on a 3-game losing streak. But let me tell you now, Eagles on a 3-game losing streak. But the Eagles should be able to beat the Giants. If they can't beat DeVito on the boys, but execution and consistency matters. But the word for today, execute. You're on mute.
My one word today is, listen, FAMU, congratulations. Celebration Bowl champs, man. Listen, 30-26 victory. I really thought Howard was going to win that game the way it was going until their secondary broke down. They got hit over the top time after time. I got to look at that film. I don't know what kind of coverage they were in, but whatever they were in, they were getting torched all game long. I mean, I knew that quarterback was real. I knew he was real, but they made him look elite out there. Just wide open receivers. That OC, the concepts he was running. I mean, he had those safeties back there guessing. It was a lot of wide open guys, which I was a championship game like that. And I remember it was back-to-back plays. One was called back, and then the very next play, touchdown. But guys, that's all we got today. I got a little bonus thing after this right here, guys. If you missed it, we've got something special here for you guys to watch today. And this is going to be a show by the Marching 100 halftime show. FAMU.